This is episode 4 of the House of Orange. I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase and cut the bullshit. All this time, after a few episodes, I've gone by the name of Johnny, Tennessee. Well, my name's not Johnny. I am from Tennessee, but I don't live in Tennessee anymore either. So I have a cat named Frank. I'm going to be Frank. Everybody my whole life has known me as Rocky or always called me Rock. So moving forward, we're going with Frank Rock. That's who it is. Frank Rock's the name. Lovin's the game. Let's get into it. Bru McCoy's back. Just announced it. Not sure the exact time. I was eating dinner when started getting text messages about it, but Bru McCoy is back. This is big for Tennessee's offense for next year. I wonder if it kind of coincided with not going after the receiver from Texas A&M earlier that come out that Tennessee is not going after Stewart. I just wonder what this had to go with it, but frankly, let's bring Bru back. That's what we wanted to see. A lot of people's been wanting him to come back. Unfortunately, it took an injury for him to come back. I really do feel that I do feel he would have been off to the NFL after this year, but things happen sometimes for a reason. And Bru's coming back. It's going to give this Tennessee offense a lot of weapons next year as they've added some more. They've added numerous weapons this offseason, and really you can kind of factor him in with it as well, since he was hurt in that South Carolina game and didn't come back from it. So looking at it now, I'm looking at just the roster from this year and what they had coming. So at wide receiver, of course, you had Bru McCoy, you had Squirrel White, you had Chaz Nimrod, you had Caleb Webb. Who else are we looking at here? Dante Thornton got hurt. Badly enough, Dante Thornton had a little bit of a tough time. Then he made an awesome catch at Missouri, but he got hurt on it and went out for the year. So now Dante Thornton's expected back. You got Squirrel White back. Bru McCoy is coming back. Nate Spillman, somebody didn't factor in much this year. How does he factor moving forward? Chaz Nimrod started to come on late. Caleb Webb started making some plays. You had Nathan Leacock out of North Carolina. And then you had Brazel from Tulane, who was added. You had Braylon Staley from South Carolina, who was added. Mike Matthews from Georgia. So, this has been a good haul for Tennessee at wide receiver. And then, of course, you add in Holden Stays at tight end. You add in what Nico did yesterday. And there's a lot of room to be hyped up next year for this offense. I don't think anybody should sugarcoat when it goes into next year. There's going to be expectations. There should be expectations with it. Nico brought a lot of expectations yesterday, rightfully so. Was he perfect? Nope. Did he play the greatest game? Nope. Did he make some bad decisions along the way? Yes. He'll improve on that. He has to improve on it, but the guy has the ability. Some of the throws he made, especially the one where he rolled out and hit Ramel Keaton on the sideline, was just phenomenal. That was a phenomenal throw. Showed a good ability to scramble. Just got to learn how to get rid of the ball. But now you have that possession guy with Bru McCoy. You have a lot of guys who can burn coverage as well. If Dante Thornton comes back, picks up where people thought he would be this year. Brazel, a guy 6'5" with some speed, expected to come in and really have some talent that he adds to the table. Braylon Staley is a burner coming in. Mike Matthews, what does Mike Matthews do? Squirrel White. So this offense has got a lot of speed coming back next year. And you add Nico's ability as well. You add Dylan Sampson and Cam Selden at running back. This should be a dynamic offense, and there's no absolute reason for this offense to be where it was this year. Now, with all these weapons, we don't need to see some Jake leg rotation like we saw at times this year, because you've got to question some of the rotation this year. Put the talent on the field and let them make plays. Do it at running back. You saw it yesterday. Take another way from Jalen Wright nor Jabari Small. Jalen Wright was RB1, rightfully so this year. That's to question how the rotation went from there. What does this staff learn from it this year? I meant to hit a season review today. Didn't get around to that. Had a lot of things going on around the house here. Had this video. It kind of took up time. Dropped the basketball preview this morning. We'll drop a basketball recap here in a few minutes as well. But appreciate the output I've gotten so far on here, guys. And if you like what I'm doing, like it, subscribe, give me some feedback on as well. I've gotten some good feedback, got some constructive feedback as well from some people. So I'm grateful for that. Always appreciative of that as well, because this thing is in infant stages. I'm a bit rusty behind the microphone right now. There's no doubt about it. And, but I'm always open to suggestions, always open to feedback. And again, thank you guys. But big announcement for this Tennessee offense. Bru is back. That's a big thing. The guys made some plays at Tennessee. I fully expect he'll come back fully healthy and ready to make plays again next year. But on the way out here, guys, like it, subscribe. Check out my social media links as well on the outro, the last page. I have those linked on there as well. Send this out to any friends that are Tennessee fans, any family, anybody who's just a sports fan in general. But again, it's Frank Rock. Tennessee football right now is the game. Frank Rock's the name. Let's rock and roll. This is the House of Orange. You guys have a good evening. I'll be back here in just a few minutes dropping a video on the Tennessee recap. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening and go Vols.